Everybody. My name is Cassey Green. I am one of the writing coaches here at New England College up in the Writing and Academic Support Center. Today's video is going to be about doing a references page in APA 7. Now, the purpose of a references page is to show where you got the information from your paper and to help your reader better be able to find that information should they wish to track your research or do more research for themselves. When it comes to formatting your reference page, it's going to go on its own separate page at the end of your paper. It's also going to be the same font and size as the rest of your paper, usually size 12 times New Roman, and it's also going to be double spaced. Your entries should be in alphabetical order by the first word. Usually that's going to be the author's last name, but in this example, this would be an author that is a company or an association. So there's no human necessarily associated with writing this, but it's attributed to a larger company or something like that. It could also be by title, like this one down here. There is no known author and no known company or association. So it's just by title. But either way, it's going to be in alphabetical order, usually by the first word in the citation. It should also be using a hanging indent, which is an example of a hanging indent down here. This is when the first line is not indented, but the second line and all other subsequent lines are. And there are easy ways to do this both in Google Docs and in Microsoft Word, which I will show you. Here's an easy way to get a hanging indent in Microsoft Word. Once all of your sources are in and formatted the way you like them, you just highlight the entire references sheet, and then you can either right click to get to paragraph, or you can click on the little paragraph box up here. They'll both bring up the same menu. And then you go to the indentation box, special, over here, and just select hanging, and okay. And that's it. Super easy way to get a hanging indent.
Here's how you
do the hanging indent in Google Docs. You start out by highlighting the entire references page, and then you grab the triangle.
Grab the triangle.
Move the whole thing over.
And that moves the whole thing.
And you move it over about half an inch.
And then to get the hanging indent effect, you grab the rectangle and move it back to where it started.
And then you grab the rectangle and move it back to the starting.
There it is. That's how you do a hanging indent in Google Docs.
And that gives you the hanging indent. The elements that you will need for your reference page depend a lot on the source that you're using. For example, the things you need to include for a book are going to be different from the things you need to include for a scholarly journal or a piece of art or a court case. But the main ones to remember are author, date, title, source. And I've highlighted them here for you. So author usually is going to be the author's last name, followed by the first and middle initials. In the case where a larger company has written the article, it's just going to be the name of that larger company or organization. And then the next is the date. This could just be the year or the full publication date. And then title. This top one is a book. The second one is a video. The one down at the bottom here is a scholarly journal. Highlight that. You'll notice that for the titles, you're using what's called sentence type capitalization, where the first major word is capitalized, but all subsequent words are lowercase. So the photo fakery is an easy one. And then the Old World Photoshop down here, they have a subtitle. So it's Old World Photoshop : and then the V in vanilla is capitalized. And then all other words are lowercase after that. And then the next part is source. So this is going to be the larger umbrella that your article or your video is contained within. So if it's a book, it's going to be the publisher of the book. So Potomac Books Incorporated. If it's a YouTube video, it's going to be YouTube. If it's a journal article, then it's going to be the name of the journal. So those are the four main ones: author, date, title, source. If your source is online, you would include the link to the source so that people can find it. If it's a scholarly journal article, then you would include what's called the DOI down here, basically the identification number of that article. So you would include that as well at the end.
If an online work has both a DOI and a URL, include only the DOI. For most scholarly sources, the DOI will be located on the top left or bottom left of the article. When accessing a database through NEC, you can even find an auto-generated citation that also contains the DOI.
Before we wrap up, just a quick mention of citation generators. There are a lot of them out there. I know a lot of people use them, and they absolutely can be helpful. But much like spell check, they often get things wrong, so be aware of that. Please don't just take what they generate for you at face value. At the end of the day, they're a computer program that is scanning your source and trying to fill in as much information as it can find. It will often miss things, or it will sometimes even generate incorrect information for you or format it incorrectly. So make sure you know what you're looking for and how it's supposed to look before you take what they give you and put it into your paper. Double check it, triple check it, and if you're not sure, you use a resource to check it. And there you have it. Those are the main elements of a references page in APA 7. Now, I will admit this video barely scratches the surface for all the different aspects of APA. If you have further questions or come across a difficult source, there are tons of resources out there for you. The main one I can recommend is the APA 7 Manual of Style book. That will have all the answers that you are looking for. However, you are also free to come ask a writing professional about it up in the Writing and Academic Support Center. You can email us at wasc@nec.edu. You can give us a call, or you can stop in and see us. Thank you so much for watching.